Climate change and emergency preparedness were top of mind following yesterday's torrential rainfall that hit Toronto. The massive flooding caused power outages, blocked roads, with some people abandoning their vehicles. The storm was on pace to meet the city's record that was set back in 2013, where more than 120 millimeters of rain was dumped in Toronto in just a few hours. Jason Guidola joins us live tonight with more of the shocking images. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Nicole. The 2013 storm was also an expensive one for Toronto after insurance brokers pinned a cost of more than $1 billion in damages. And there's concern this week's event could exceed that number. Through his Instagram, Drake posted this video of water gushing through his Bridle Path mansion in Toronto, one of many homes that felt the wrath from yesterday's flooding. Much of the rainfall lingered well above ground, blocking major roadways, transit lines, and underground areas, prompting commuters who were stuck to abandon their vehicles. Thousands were stranded, and hundreds of thousands were left without power.
We learn, we improve on every type of incident. As the city manager noted, this is not the first extreme weather event we've had, and this probably won't be the last. And as we do with all major events, we will do an after-action review.
97.8 millimeters of rain falling in less than 4 hours, and I think the time frame was key. When you get that much rain falling in that short a period of time, there's a huge volume of water that really doesn't have a lot of places to go in an urban setting.
Environment Canada says a lack of wind and consecutive storm systems created the flash flooding, nearly matching a 2013 record of 126 millimeters in just a few hours. A costly event that hovered around $1 billion 11 years ago, according to insurance brokers.
So it is a little bit too early to determine the exact or even ballpark what this event will cost. Typically it takes 45 days for the claims for us to start to understand what the cost of these claims are.
Now, many are left pondering how a city responds to avoid catastrophe.
There are going to be more extreme weather events, so we need to continue to step up in our fight against climate change. We also need to continue to be making investments in resilient infrastructure that can handle what the future is holding. We're going to continue to be there to make sure that people are safe and that infrastructure needs are met.
Some experts say the City of Toronto is investing in water storage systems near basins, but challenges lie ahead when it comes to retrofitting existing infrastructure.
We are $26 billion short over 10 years to fix the old infrastructure. So I do what I can and to prevent buildings from leaking, from basement, from flooding, all of those things.
So as a result, there are still areas that are going to flood, regardless of how much energy and financing you put into it. They are low-lying, they are adjacent to previously existing creeks, and they are going to flood. The Lakeshore Boulevard is one good example, and the Lower Don.
The City of Toronto have been posting updates on X, saying many of its major roadways have already reopened due to some of the water receding. Also, much of the city's hydro lines have been restored, but roughly 3,200 people are waiting for power.